You're watching India Upfront. Let's start with the breaking news at the moment. It's a massive upset in Himachal Pradesh. The verdict of the Rajya Sabha election is out. BJP's Harsh Mahajan has defeated Congress's Abhishek Manu Singhvi in Himachal Rajya Sabha fight. The battle went down to the wire in Himachal with both candidates tying at 34-34. But we are being told that BJP's candidate Harsh Mahajan won through lottery. This comes after hectic political activity. In fact, let's listen in to Harsh Mahajan before we go any further. Chants of Bharat Mata ki Jai. Lokesh Jindal, let's begin with you. क्यों पड़े हो चक्कर में, कोई नहीं है टक्कर में? You heard the chants. You know, the Congress party has snatched defeat from jaws of victory.
Well, unethically, immorally, everything is possible. Presently we are seeing democracy at an all-time low. Pranesh, horse trading, all forms of manipulations, threats via ED, IT, all forms of incitement given to the MPs, MLAs, so that they can switch sides. Now, this is the absolute disregard for the voters, for the democratic ethos. And I do not know whether Supreme Court Election Commission, when they are going to wake up. We have seen what happened in Chandigarh.
Before you reach the Supreme Court or Election Commission, let me just remind you, Mr. Soma Shekhar cross-voted. He voted for the Congress party in Karnataka. Which agency threatened him? And what will you say on that? So just think about it. Think about it. I'll bring you in. Let me bring in Smita ji. Needs no introduction. Smita ji, good evening. Good to have you. What do you make of this? Look what's happened in Uttar Pradesh. Cross-voting in Himachal Pradesh. The Congress's lone candidate Abhishek Manu Singhvi has lost.
Yeah, I think this thing about, peril of democracy, it is cash and power that comes to play. You know, I can understand if this is said by a millennial or something like that. But when it is said by some people who have seen cash for vote scam happening in this country, when they have seen bags of cash opening up in the parliament, those people should not now talk about, this is a new phenomenon. So, you know, this antaratma happens in Karnataka. Conscience seems to rise only in Karnataka, whereas it is power play in Himachal. So this is par for course in this country unless there is some drastic reforms which happen and hopefully they will happen, because it is not a healthy thing which happens this, but it is a loophole which is there in our system of cross voting. So you can call it conscience or you can call it absolutism, because there is no whip that is issued in Rajya Sabha polls. So if this has happened, it's happened. Why couldn't the Congress keep it together? And the Congress should have known this. More importantly, Pranesh, when the decision was taken to make Suku as chief minister, despite what the MLAs were saying at that time, you remember, it was yet another decision taken by the Congress High Command which has come to bite it in the posterior. So it is not something which they should have known also, that Vikramaditya ji being in Ayodhya was a signal. They should have talked to the mother and son, placated them. They should have placated those MLAs. They should have seen these signs. But till, the water doesn't glow over the head, till then there is nothing done, and just everybody waits in that Congress party. Everybody was busy in something like the Yatra instead of keeping only North Indian state that was in their control. Even that they are losing now.
Lokesh
Or
Jindal.
maybe losing.
Pranesh, the Chandigarh example is there in front of all of us. It was a clear, even Supreme Court has lashed out to the BJP government. I mean, it has lashed out the manner in which the democracy is being subverted.
No, what has Chandigarh got to do? No, 1 minute. You're confusing issues, Now, what happened in Chandigarh is for everyone to see. But Chandigarh has got nothing to do with this. Answer the question Smrita Prakash just asked you. You knew that this would happen. You ignored it. न्याय यात्रा पे चले हैं. कांग्रेस cadre के साथ अन्याय हो रहा था. You could not hear their voice.
Pranesh, the constitutional setup is heavily tilted towards the center. I mean, there's absolutely no way.
Then how have you won in Karnataka, Lokesh Jindal? क्या बात कर रहे हैं, sir? You won 3 seats in Karnataka. How have you won if everything is so tilted towards the center?
No, the resources, authority, all of them that are bestowed upon the center by the Constitution. It requires the center to utilize these resources within the ambit of constitutionalism.
I don't know what to say. What resources have you used or the Congress has used in Karnataka to win 3 seats of the 4 seats? What क्या use किया आपने?
Pranesh, the question is straightforward. Are we going to give sanction or give it a norm?
Nobody. In fact, Smita ji said it at the outset that this must change. But till it changes, it is for all parties to exploit. This is politics we are talking about.
So don't you think the center can come out with appropriate legislation, and rather than exploiting the loopholes that are there presently, don't you think some
अभी आपको reform की याद आ रही है? You were in power for 10 years.
So do you think that this gives a license to the present dispensation?
Okay, Sanju Verma, the Congress wants you to lead all the reforms.
Pranesh, first and foremost, I have this to say. ये जो यहाँ बैठकर लोग डेमोक्रेसी की दुहाई देते हैं, I need to let your audience know, especially the Congress panelists on your show, that prior to 2014, prior to Narendra Modi coming at the helm of affairs, there were 142 occasions during which duly elected governments were dismissed, either using Article 356 or whatever reasons as was the case. Out of these 142 occasions, 103 times prior to 2014, it was the Congress which dismissed duly elected governments. And out of this number of 103, I was shocked to find that between 1966 and 1977, on 49 occasions, it was former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi alone who dismissed duly elected governments. What was the number again? 49 times Indira Gandhi alone dismissed duly elected governments. तो पहली बात तो ये है, बीजेपी को यहाँ पर नैतिकता का भाषण और इंटेग्रिटी के सर्टिफिकेट्स डोल करना बंद कीजिए. My second and more important point is this. I would just in 20 seconds take your viewers back to 2017 when the crucial election happened during which Ahmed Patel was nominated from Gujarat for the Rajya Sabha. And if you remember, Pranesh, Ahmed Patel needed 46 seats to win. He had only 42. What did the Election Commission do? The Election Commission said that 2 people who had cross-voted, their votes will be declared invalid, including 2 people from the BJP. BJP. One was Nalin Kotadia and another was a JDU legislator. That time we were in alliance with JDU, Chotu Wasawa. We did not say that the election commission is a handmaiden of the BJP. 2017 में भी नरेंद्र मोदी ही प्रधानमंत्री थे. Ahmed Patel actually won despite not having the requisite number of seats to be duly elected to the Rajya Sabha from Gujarat. And let me also tell you that if you have a problem in Himachal Pradesh today, just 10 seconds, the problem is your own making. Because don't forget that, the current MLA from Himachal Pradesh, who's en route to now becoming a Rajya Sabha MP on a BJP ticket, was a Congress MLA for 3 times from your party. He was also a minister from your party. And today the same person, he's getting elected on a BJP ticket to the Rajya Sabha because you failed to keep your flock together.
No, you failed to give him nyay. Smita ji mentioned that in her opening remarks that Congress failed to do nyay with the candidate, which is why we are saying this. Now, Tushar, before I bring you in, Mr. Silas, what is your assessment? Because this is not just Himachal Pradesh. 10 seats at stake in Uttar Pradesh also. Results will be trickling in any time now.
Yes, I think very good evening, first of all. In Uttar Pradesh, we have seen a lot of drama since yesterday evening. I think it's another example of Operation Lotus. Definitely, no doubt about it. It's a misuse of power and money and many other things, agencies. I think as far as the Samajwadi Party is concerned, Pranesh, election for the third Rajya Sabha seat was actually what I feel was it's a blessing in disguise, I can say at the moment. This actually it was to see and confirm the loyalists in the party. And it's somewhere down the line, it's good that some of the people who have cross-voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party, it's good that we have come to know them before the Lok Sabha election.
ये लॉयल्टी टेस्ट है या लिटमस टेस्ट है? ये बड़ा सवाल ये है. तुषार गुप्ता, what is this loyalty test, litmus test before 2024?
This is the Rahul Gandhi test, Pranesh. And before anyone raises questions on democracy, on the center having more resources so the Himachal Congress couldn't get it act together, does Lokesh Jindal know that the Rajya Sabha winner was decided on the draw of lots in Himachal? Does he even know the numbers, the final numbers in the Rajya Sabha election in Himachal Pradesh? Does he know the number of MLAs they had this morning? 40 MLAs. Out of 40 MLAs and 3 independents, 9 disgruntled MLAs go ahead and cross-vote, and the Congress leadership is unaware about it. Rahul Gandhi, on a lighter note, Pranesh, I hope Rahul Gandhi, instead of asking that what was the caste breakdown of the MLAs who cross-voted, really introspects as to where his party is heading. In Samajwadi Party, where they have an alliance now with in Uttar Pradesh, there was cross-voting. In Himachal, where Abhishek Manu Singhvi was supposed to win, it was a given. This morning, suddenly some MLAs are disgruntled and they turn away. And there now the Congress claims, अरे देखिए democracy खतरे में है. इनको ये भी नहीं पता कि फाइनल आंकड़े क्या है, नंबर क्या है, बस चैनल पर आना है, बोलना अरे डेमोक्रेसी खतरे में. आपको ये समझ क्यों नहीं आ रहा कि हिमाचल प्रदेश, the one only state where you in power in North India, it was unhappy with the Congress's leadership decision to boycott the Pran Pratishtha ceremony in Ayodhya. The chief minister was not happy with the name that was nominated for the Rajya Sabha, yet the Congress leadership did not pay any heed to him. The Congress leadership has not been focusing on the states where it is in power. Instead, आप न्याय यात्रा निकाल रहे हो. पहले आपके allies चले जाते हैं बंगाल बिहार से, फिर आपके पार्टी के लोग निकल जाते हैं. अब आपके हाथ से राज्यसभा का इलेक्शन निकल गया, अब बचा लोकसभा इलेक्शन, वो भी निकल जाएगा. आप डेमोक्रेसी को ब्लेम कर रहे हैं, सिस्टम को ब्लेम कर रहे हैं. आज आपको रिफॉर्म चाहिए क्योंकि आपके एमएलए आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है. अरे भैया, अपनी पार्टी में भी इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करिए, देखिए why people are deserting the Congress one by one. And yet they don't want to do that. Again, Lokesh Jindal, you want to cry foul? You may. But it wasn't the democracy that failed you. It was your own party's leadership. Please understand. If you do not want to understand, 2 months from now,
let's try and address that question. Smita ji, let's deep dive into it. You said it in your opening remark, and at the cost of repeating myself, why is this happening with the Congress party? Is it because of the sense of denial?
Yes, I would think it is that this ostrich-like attitude that they have, where they think a yatra is more important. And as Tushar said, that talking about caste census and things like that, not realizing that you are talking like a think tanker. You are talking about greater good and a bigger picture, while you have absolute numbers at stake. Where absolute numbers are at stake, you have to first get the management done. You have to speak with each and every karyakarta at the ground level. You have to speak down the line, the hierarchy. Instead, you're taking out this yatra, spending all this energy in managing a yatra. And then I think if I'm not mistaken, Mr. Gandhi is going to Cambridge for 2 days or 3 days or something like that. Again, he's leaving. You know, when you're in jeopardy in the north, and then you have the India Alliance telling you that even your own seat in Wayanad now is something that the communists, the left parties are saying, "Aap north mein jaiye." Your rivalry is with the BJP. Why are you fighting in South India? You should go to the north. So now what happens? Already Smriti Irani has said Amethi mein aake to dikhana. Raebareli is something that Sonia Gandhi has given up for health reasons. Priyanka Gandhi's name has not been announced. Now Rahul Gandhi from Wayanad is also a question mark because the left parties are saying. So India Alliance, whether from West Bengal, whether Akhilesh, whether in Punjab, now in South India, everywhere you're in jeopardy. And what do instead? Instead you're doing photo ops with Akhilesh. You think Akhilesh has any problems doing a photo op? Kar lenge wo photo op. Lekin he has to mind his house in order. And meanwhile, the Congress High Command doesn't know where to go and what to do.
Lokesh Jindal, High Command absolutely clueless. Hai kaun High Command? Who's taking these calls? Lokesh Jindal, you know, it's good to see you smiling.
Well, Pranesh, it's a different issue that there's a farmer protest going on when we have leaders going for scuba diving rather than going and reaching out to the farmers. And here are people who are telling us that Bharat
Scuba diving, देखिए लोकेश जिंदल, this will backfire again. वो scuba diving नहीं था, वो पूजा करने गए थे अंडर वाटर. अब आप उसको scuba diving बोल रहे हैं. ये भी देखिए, it is this, you know, this is the problem.
This is the problem. Very good, very good. So we have got some really enlightened people who are out here telling us the problem, the way forward. You know, these are the people who are so much worried.
Listen, I am nobody to stop you. आप उसको scuba diving बोलिए, whatever you want to call it. No. I'm sorry, Mr. Jindal. Please carry on.
No, we've got people who want to be advisors for the Congress, who want to show the way forward, trying to tell, okay, here is the Congress, this, right? Please, I want to tell you something. You know, at the grassroots level, politics is not the way it is being seen in the books and, you know, trying to have...
Mr. Jindal, just 1 minute. Let's try and listen to what Dr. Singhvi is saying. He's holding a press conference with Mr. Sutku.
दूसरी बात, मैं तहे दिल से माननीय मुख्यमंत्री को और हर एमएलए जो यहाँ बैठे हैं, जो आपको दिख रहे हैं, कुछ नहीं दिख रहे हैं, उनको जेन्युइन तहे दिल से धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ. वो पूरी तरह से प्रयत्नशील थे, उम्मीद बनाए बैठे थे और दिन रात उन्होंने परिश्रम किया, मेरा समर्थन किया. तीसरा, मैं उन 9 एमएलए को भी धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ जिसमें से 9 के 9 कल रात तक हमारे साथ बैठे थे, खाना खाया था, जलपान किया था, फोटोज ली थी. उसके पहले जो बार बार हमसे मिले थे, मुझसे ही नहीं, मुख्यमंत्री जी से ही नहीं, लेकिन सब एमएलए से कई आश्वासन दिए थे और जिनमें से 3 आज हमारे साथ नाश्ता करके निकले थे. उनको भी धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं क्योंकि उनसे हमको कुछ शिक्षा मिली है. कम से कम मुझे निजी रूप से शिक्षा मिली है, मनोवैज्ञानिक शिक्षा मिली है. मैं इस संदर्भ में एक विनम्रता से प्रश्न पूछना चाहता हूं. नहीं, उससे पहले मैं माननीय हर्ष महाजन जी को तहे दिल से बधाई देना चाहता हूं. वो जीते हैं और उनका हक बनता है बधाई प्रदान करने का. एक बात जरूर मैं कहूंगा, उनकी पार्टी को अपनी गिरेबान में देख के सोचे. जब भी कोई पार्टी 25 और 43 के आंकड़े या इक्वेशन में 25 वाली पार्टी 43 वाले के विरुद्ध उम्मीदवार खड़ा करती है तो उसका सिर्फ एक और एक ही संदेश हो सकता है। और मैं हर्ष महाजन जी की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं इस चुनाव की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं एक सिद्धांत की बात कर रहा हूँ। वो संदेश है कि हम बेशर्मी से वो करेंगे जो कानून में अनुमति जिसकी नहीं है। अगर आप समझते हैं कि एक व्यक्ति या 2 व्यक्ति या 9 व्यक्ति अचानक एक नई नीति, एक नई सोच, एक नई आइडियोलॉजी के अंतर्गत कल रात के डिनर और आज सुबह के नाश्ते के बाद बदल गए हैं तो मैं समझता हूं कि हम सब, जो अंग्रेजी में कहावत है, एक फूल्स पैराडाइज पे रहते हैं। ये बदलाव बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है भारत के लिए और विशेष रूप से हिमाचल प्रदेश के लिए, जिसकी संस्कृति, जिसके पहाड़ी या नीचे रहने वाले लोग इस संस्कृति से अवगत नहीं थे कुछ समय पहले तक। अगर ये नए भारत, न्यू इंडिया की परिभाषा है तो मैं तो पुराने भारत को ही प्रेफर करूंगा। हमने हारते हारते भी इतिहास बनाया है। इतिहास इसलिए कि इतनी जद्दोजहद की, इतना मन बदलाव किया, लेकिन एक और मन बदलाव नहीं कर सके, इसलिए 34 का स्वाभाविक आंकड़ा भारत में शायद पहली बार और आने वाले कई दशकों में वापस होने वाली नई चीज हुई है।
Dr. Manu Singhvi there, saying usually things that people say, but not a word of introspection or that sense did not come across. Sanju Verma, he says this is not good for democracy.
Tushar asked a couple of questions to Lokesh. I just want to ask Lokesh if he knows who is the nemesis of Abhishek Manu Singhvi in Himachal Pradesh. Can you name the man who's proven to be the nemesis of Abhishek Manu Singhvi in Himachal Pradesh today? Lokesh, I'm asking you. That's a basic.
No. Sanju, just tell me one thing. Are we over here to ask viva-voce to each other and cross-examine? This is not an examination over here.
आपका नाम नहीं पता.
No.
आपका नाम नहीं पता.
Very clear.
आपका नाम नहीं पता, Lokesh. No, now
Nobody
it's my turn now. You don't know the answer. So basically, you don't know the answer.
No, that's just a question. Lokesh, it's okay. This is just a question. You can choose not to answer it. It's okay. You are well within your right. It's okay. Let her have a say, then I'll come back to you for a response.
Thank you. So, with no offense to Lokesh, the fact is Lokesh does not know that the man who has proven to be the nemesis of Abhishek Manu Singhvi in Himachal Pradesh is a man called Harsh Thakur, a man who was a 3-time MLA from a Congress ticket, a man who was, till September 2022, a cabinet minister in the Sukhu government, but he chose to abandon the Congress simply because the Congress failed to live up to its most important clause in the manifesto. It said, we will implement OPS on a war footing in Himachal Pradesh without cutting dearness allowance of pensioners. But what did they do? The moment they implemented OPS, they actually brought down dearness allowance from 12% to 2%. And that is when Harsh Thakur resigned. Now, the more important question is this. I was listening to, what Randeep Surjewala said, apart from Manu Singhvi, post the 3 seats that the Congress bagged from Karnataka. Pranesh, very smartly, Randeep Surjewala said, the victory of Congress in Karnataka is a victory of the 6.5 crore people of Karnataka, victory of democracy, victory of Loktantra, victory of Ganatantra, victory of ethics, victory of morality, victory of principles, victory of integrity. भाई साहब, जब आप कांग्रेस कर्नाटका से आप जीतते हो, आप कहते हो वी सल्यूट दी 6.5 crore people of Karnataka, बट जब बीजेपी उत्तर प्रदेश से जीतती है, then why do you belittle the 24 crore people of Uttar Pradesh? When BJP wins in Madhya Pradesh, why do you belittle the 9 crore people of Madhya Pradesh? When BJP wins in Rajasthan, why do you belittle the 8.5 crore population of Rajasthan? When BJP wins in Chhattisgarh, why do you belittle the 3.5 crore population of Chhattisgarh? When BJP wins in Goa, why do you belittle the 20 lakh people
Lokesh
in
answer
Goa?
that. Lokesh Jindal, when will this people bashing, voter bashing stop?
Now, first of all, nobody is belittling any voters. They have exercised their mandate. and they are free to choose whoever they want to. But the idea is, Sanjuji, you would accept that the constitution, the anti-defection law, the various aspects that are mentioned within which the politico-administrative system ought to function, they require a smooth functioning of democracy. Today we all know the manner in which means are available via which there is horse trading taking place, whether it is example of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra.
Lokesh, this is sounding like a discourse on constitution. I'm sorry. This will not help the cause of the party. Smita ji, underline the points that you must address. Now, you've ignored all of it. And you are once again, address the problem. What is the problem? Why is there... 1 minute, Lokesh bhai. Problem kya hai? Root cause kya hai? Why are people, your own people, your allies, your party workers, leaders, unhappy with the Congress party, the leadership, the high command? Why?
To what unethical practices are taking place within the system and put the entire blame on
unethical practices. What would you explain?
Wait.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
No. Just answer one question. Nice. Lokesh bhai, please. Karnataka result, what would you say? What unethical practice has ensured that you won 3 seats? Bataiye.
I'll tell you. Talk about any state where there is another government, whether it is Kerala, whether it is Tamil Nadu, whether it is West Bengal. Haven't we seen the governor interfering in the functioning of local political party or local politics? In any state you come across, you see there is a threat of ED, IT, CBI.
You're not answering the question, Lokesh. You're not answering the question.
Whenever there are these forms of measures undertaken, a carrot and stick policy, an authoritarian regime at the center, that does not allow any opposition.
Okay, so now after voters and your own leaders were disgruntled, governors must take the blame. Tushar Gupta?
No. Let me just complete.
Tushar, come in.
Pranesh, ignorance is bliss. Pranesh, ignorance is bliss, and Lokesh Jindal is a living testament to that fact. He still doesn't understand that the disgruntled MLAs in Himachal Pradesh were not victims of some democratic process or horse trading. They were unhappy with the Congress's leadership. See the elephant in the room, address it. Why are you running away from one simple fact? In Karnataka, you got your 3 candidates. In Himachal, you did not, because the entire cadre in Himachal feels a disconnect with the Congress leadership in Delhi. How difficult it is to understand. आपने democracy को blame कर दिया, constitution को blame कर दिया, governor को blame कर दिया. अभी थोड़ी देर और बैठेंगे, पता नहीं किसको blame कर दोगे. पर आपको एक simple सी बात क्यों नहीं समझ आ रही? अभी आप यहाँ पर बैठ के हंस रहे थे कि अरे प्रधानमंत्री वहां द्वारकाधीश के सामने प्रार्थना करे थे. आप हंस रहे थे उस बात
Scuba diving, scuba diving, scuba diving.
की समझ नहीं है.
Scuba diving.
Pranesh, on your show, let me announce a prophecy today. 2 months from now, Lokesh Jindal, you and me will be sitting debating as to why Congress has landed up with less than 40 seats in the Lok Sabha, and Lokesh Jindal will still be blaming everything, but not be willing to introspect what is wrong with the Congress's leadership. आपको सुनना होगा कि वहां के लोगों को कौन सा कैंडिडेट चाहिए. आपको एमएलएस की बात सुननी होगी, आपको काडर की बात सुननी होगी. न्याय यात्रा निकालने से
I think Smita ji wants to come in.
आपका काडर कंफ्यूज्ड है.
No, hang on. Why expect Lokesh Jindal to see the faults in the party? You look at Abhishek Manu Singhvi, who's been with the Congress for so many years. He himself can't see it. He says, I would prefer the older India. पुराना भारत, मुझे नया भारत नहीं चाहिए. This is where the problem is, that you are going on harking to an old system, to an old Bharat. What old Bharat are you talking about? What governors are you talking about? The same governors who kept on firing state governments, who kept on dismissing state governments. Just look up and see which was the last state government which was dismissed. It was in 2009. Guess who came in after 2014? No state government was dismissed by any governor after that. So let's not talk about and then to turn around and say I don't know whether it's political naivety or what it is, by saying kal hamare sath roti kha rahe the, aaj subah nashta kha rahe the, I am getting psychological gyan in what has happened out here. Why is a person who's such an erudite lawyer who fights such major cases not understanding कि रोटी तुम्हारे साथ खा रहे हैं तो उसका ये मतलब नहीं है तुमको वोट देंगे? Everybody knows that, especially Delhiites should know that better, that just because somebody attends your dinner party doesn't mean that they're going to be voting for you. I think Delhi is cruel enough to teach this to the first thing to a migrant who comes into the city. So I don't think Abhishek Manu Singhvi himself, when he talks about this, realizes it. So why should we blame a spokesperson or an analyst on a channel who says that we know better? Bhai, aap log kya humko advice de rahe hain ki Congress kahan jana chahiye? And I'm quoting from, what was said by Dr. Singhvi. He said, I think we are bad judge of human character. I would like to raise a question to all those who believe in ideology of BJP's New India. This is out and out voter bashing. This will not help your cause. Mr. Jindal.
Pranesh, these elections of Rajya Sabha, the manner in which first past the post system, it is put into effect, the manner in which the electors are given right.
System overall. Now you want the system overall. You have a problem with the system. I don't know. Maybe, maybe something will come in the Cambridge speech. Cambridge speech will talk about electoral reforms in India.
I can say with complete confidence that if you would have been debating over here what happened in Chandigarh, you will have these panelists.
But we did the Chandigarh debate. Lokesh bhai, we did the Chandigarh debate.
Because there is no, they do not have any idea related to what basically the system of constitution is, what democracy is. They are all people who have certain scripts with themselves. You talk about all their narratives. They have one fixed agenda. High command, they need to introspect, they need to look at the grassroots level. That's all. These are certain bunch of people. If you ask them, now they will come out with certain facts. In front of the iPads, they have certain data. And they'll ask those facts and they think.
Lokesh Jindal, what's the problem with facts? Sanju Verma, you must change your system. The BJP High Command or the culture in BJP is responsible for what is happening to the Congress.
Okay. Please, Lokesh, I did not heckle you. Let me have my say. I don't know, Lokesh took a jibe, iPad के सामने डेटा होता है भैया, ना iPad में डेटा होता है, ना iPhone में डेटा होता है, मेरा सारा का सारा डेटा यहाँ होता है. I have a great memory and I'm making no bones about it that I am proud of the fact that I remember data without even making an effort to do so. Now let me tell you the hard facts. I think Smita Prakash, made a hard-hitting point so eloquently. I have this to add. Lokesh, जो यहाँ बैठकर बोलते हैं that the governors are handmaidens of the BJP. What is happening in Bengal? CV Ananda Bose had to make so many attempts to even visit the victims of Sandesh Khali because the West Bengal police scuttled so many instances when he wanted to visit bona fide victims of Sandesh Khali. What happened to R.N. Ravi in Tamil Nadu? He was not allowed to even make last year his customary budgetary session address on the floor of the Tamil Nadu Assembly. And in terms of what is happening in Telangana, things are slightly better now. But under the BRS, Tamilisai Soundararajan, she has been humiliated on umpteen occasions. So please don't sit here and say that governors are handmaidens of the BJP. In fact, we should be playing the victim card, which we don't. That in non-BJP ruled states, governor, who's the first citizen of the state constitutionally speaking, they are being undermined, their credibility has been blown to smithereens by the likes of Mamata Banerjee and by the likes of M.K. Stalin. Now the most important point, is cross-voting allowed as per the Sarkaria Commission norms of 1983, yes or no? The answer is yes. Is cross-voting allowed as per the S.R. Bommai judgment of 1994? Yes or no? The answer is yes. As per the 10th Amendment of the Representation of People's Act, the RPA Act of 1951, is cross-voting allowed? Yes or no? The answer is yes. So, पहली बात तो ये, cross-voting is not illegal. It is tenable even constitutionally speaking as we
Information
speak.
coming in, top sources telling us that 3 to 4 more Congress MLAs are angry, upset with Mr. Sutku. So in case of a no confidence vote, there could be a rebellion within the party, only spelling more trouble for the Sutku government. Sabyasachi now joining us for more on this. Sabyasachi, a quick word on this.
Well, absolutely, Pranesh. See, as per the sources, around 3 to 4 more MLAs, it seems that they are not happy with the Sukhu government. Now, Pratibha Singh, who's a veteran leader from the state of Himachal Pradesh, had been continuously raising that there is resentment among the party leaders in the state of Himachal Pradesh, and time and again senior MLAs have raised this particular point that some of the MLAs have not been made ministers in the state, and the higher authority completely has been ignoring this particular issue. And regarding this, around 3-4 more MLAs, as per the sources, are likely to join the BJP camp as tomorrow.
Right, Sabya, let's see how that plays out. Thanks for joining us with your inputs. Viewers,